I'm your host, Simeon Hahn,
And Noah Troxler.
and we are here today on another Skype call recording together.
Another remote podcast
Yep.
because we broke the rules for the last episode, but we're not doing that again, apparently.
I mean, we might. We didn't really talk about it. It's just like, who knows? All right. Well, we have a very special episode for y'all today, and that we have no idea what's going to happen.
Yep. We're
No idea.
really we didn't have a plan. We just sat down and recorded, and we're going to see what happens.
I mean, spontaneity leads to the best things sometimes.
Of course.
And I just took an economics quiz, so I'm ready to decompress, man, and just
Oh yeah.
yeah, just talk about whatever,
Just whatever, man.
Just anything. Oh my gosh. So I'm actually recording in a small little shed in my backyard. And let me tell you something, on the way in here, or on the way from my back porch to this shed, I saw I remember my little sister Veda mentioning something about this the other day. She built like a house for the squirrels.
Yeah.
It looks like a shrine.
Veda's got some squirrel cult going on here.
Yes, I'm gonna have to look into this further because she was like, I was playing video games or doing school or something, and she was like, "Brothers, I just built a house for the squirrels," and I was like, "Oh, that's neat, and I'm seeing it now. I saw it now walking out here, and I'm like, that's like a shrine. It's like sticks poking up out of the ground with leaves like speared on the sticks.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm like, some squirrel's about to get sacrificed here or something. In my own backyard. My goodness.
Hang on just a second.
Hanging on.
So I just Googled squirrel cult, just cuz.
Yeah.
And the first thing that came up is a Campus Life article about the Penn State squirrel cult.
Whoa. Well,
to the outsider, it may appear that it's the Penn State students who are in some sort of cult, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Truly, every aspect of Penn State life, from football to academics, is controlled by a shadowy, mysterious group of powerful squirrels. What is this article?
So wait, is my little sister setting up a chapter here in North Carolina? Y'all, it's real.
It's real. Earlier on a Tuesday morning, freshman student Casey Warren looked out her window to see two squirrels running back and forth between the trees in East Commons, until one charged straight at the tree and vanished inside of it. The second squirrel then jumped up right in front of her window and stared at her with blood-red eyes. It let out a blood-curdling shriek before scampering away. She went to investigate, armed with a yardstick and some pepper spray. Casey blasted her way into one of the most controversial finds on Penn State's campus. A large underground network of squirrel tunnels, chambers, and worship halls.
So wait, this is real. Like, what website is this on?
It's called the Black Sheep Online. I don't know what it is.
But there is a Penn State squirrel cult. And apparently this girl thought if she's going after squirrels, a yardstick and some pepper spray was her best bet.
These tunnels, too small for any adult, were navigated and mapped out with small RC cars with special camera mounts by the Robotics Club. The squirrels had easy access to every campus building, as well as the water supply and network infrastructure. They had been specifically controlling various aspects of students and facilities day-to-day lives, doing things such as drugging their water supply so that the Board of Trustees would have been more complicit in accepting the NCAA sanctions.
So the squirrels are trying to push their platform in the NCAA. Like they're trying to influence. That's the whole point. Wow, man, that's insane.
Your sister has stumbled across something very
bigger than all
spectacular.
of them. Yeah, it's crazy to think that. I mean, yeah, everyone's in on it. Like the robotics. Well, the question is who's in on it. It sounds like from what you just said,
cult and more of like a
Illuminati.
It's not like a cult of humans worshiping squirrels. It's a cult of just squirrels,
right? And
that are controlling Penn State, and they might have bigger ambitions, like a big state college.
Hold on, just 1 second. Let me go through. Let me go through my school email and delete all my Penn State invitations.
We want to be careful about that one.
I will not give in to your squirrel cult. So it's just the squirrels, like the humans, like the higher ups, the college board. They're not in on it, but they're being manipulated and controlled by these squirrels
who are drugging the water.
And it's pretty much this girl with a yardstick and pepper spray and the robotics club against the squirrels.
Yeah, so we'll find out. We'll keep you updated. That article was written 2016, so either the squirrels took over I think that's what happened. The squirrels took over and wanted to hide it. And so that's why the only article is on this Black Sheep online website.
Exactly. That's all there is. And
because it did say they had control of eLion, which is their online learning class, or like Moodle for ACC.
Right.
Because they chewed through the wires.
Because that's how technology works.
Exactly. The article wasn't written by the robotic students.
It wasn't. Yeah, that's true. No, they get eLion, and we get Moodle. eLion sounds so much cooler.
I know, right?
Like, what are you doing online classes on? I'm on eLion.
Yeah, dude.
I'm on Moodle.
eLion is the Chad of online learning softwares.
Chad from
just Chad.
Okay.
Okay, never mind. Chad, like the tough guy name.
Oh, I
don't know if you've ever heard. Okay.
No, that one went over my head.
Okay, whichever.
Man, so yeah, that's crazy. Mm-hmm. Speaking of online learning, we have, I think after this week is done, I think I have 2 weeks left of the semester.
Yeah, my final my final projects are due on May the 4th. So happy Star Wars Day to me.
Right.
I was planning on binging every single movie with some of my friends over Zoom, but that's not going to happen, I guess.
Yeah, you have to be studious and do work.
Ugh, it's the worst.
We
say as we're recording a podcast episode at 10:45 on a school day.
Yeah, well, we're homeschooled, so these are the perks, man. These are the perks.
Which everyone gets to experience now.
Oh, speaking of Star Wars, bro, we got to talk about this new Clone Wars series.
Oh, God, it's great.
Season, it is fantastic. Fantastic. And this most recent
thing is that chick from there, you know how there's 3 story arcs, right?
Right.
There was the one where they killed Spider Guy, that story arc with the Bad Batch, who were awesome.
That was cliche, but I didn't care. I still loved it.
It was great.
Oh, you got the big bruiser, you got the leader, you got the one shot, or like the sniper, and then you got the tech guy. Yeah, all the cliches were covered, but I'm still like, it's Star Wars. It's
Star Wars, guys. And then you got the story arc with Ahsoka and the two sisters. Didn't like that one as much because I just didn't like the sisters for some reason.
I actually,
they rubbed me the wrong way somehow.
Yeah,
it's just like
that was a really good story though. Like the plot and character development I thought was good.
That's true.
There was a lot of nuances to it that just it wasn't as like action packed or like as Star Warsy, but I still appreciated the story arc. Although I did, like, Zach and I were watching it, I'm like, dude, it's Bangalore from Apex Legends and Sombra from Overwatch.
It literally is.
I mean, most of you probably don't know who one or both of those people are, but look them up. Bangalore from Apex Legends, the video game, and Sombra from Overwatch, the video game. It is literally those two characters.
It is. I never really actually saw that. But then the most recent episode,
oh my god,
was absolutely wonderful.
It was
flawless.
It was everything I've been needing, right?
Yeah.
Like, honestly, the three recent movies, they were good, but there was still this gap in between episodes 2 and 3, which is the Clone Wars, which is arguably the coolest part of Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
Clones versus battle droids, I mean, it doesn't get better than that. But we had three characters introduced in the Clone Wars. Darth Maul reintroduced, Ahsoka Tano, and Captain Rex. None of them are in the other three, or none of them are in movies beyond that. And so I think this 7th season is going to tie up.
Also, I don't know if you knew this, but you probably did because you've been watching the Clone Wars series a lot longer than me. But Ahsoka Tano's character development from when she was first introduced in the Clone Wars animated movie to now is absolutely wonderful because when they introduced her originally as a character, everyone hated her. And like she wasn't a likable character in the first one as well. But over time she developed into this. Right, she was really bratty and stuff. Right. But over time, she developed into this character. Now everyone absolutely loves her, and the fact that they brought her back for this just got so many people excited. It's really interesting to see how well they did that.
And then the other thing was, I mean, if you aren't aware that the Clone Wars is just the story of the Domino Squad, then you aren't a true Clone Wars fan.
Honestly,
and the Domino Squad is that group of 5 clones, and the two that live the longest are Echo and Fives.
But Fives
was killed off in season 6, yeah. And then Echo was killed off in season. Yeah, Echo was killed off supposedly in season 5, but they bring him back with the first story arc in season 7, and that was
which was really good too.
That was amazing.
And he joined the Bad Batch.
He did join the Bad Batch. Oh my gosh. Good stuff. I think a new episode drops tomorrow. The last episode drops, guess when? May 4th. Star Wars Day. I think it is just going to be... It's just going to be fulfilling, you know?
Props I think to Disney for really bringing this series to a really satisfying end.
Right. And I honestly hope everyone dies. Everyone that's not in the rest of the movies. I hope Ahsoka, Rex, and Maul die just to remain consistent.
The problem is they aren't. Because in Star Wars Rebels, Star Wars Rebels has Ahsoka, Maul, and Rex in it.
But is Star Wars Rebels canon?
Yeah. It's made by Lucasfilm as well.
Okay.
So no one's gonna die. Maul gets killed by Ben Kenobi on Tatooine in Star Wars Rebels.
Okay.
In a really lame fight, actually. It literally consists of the lightsaber. It was like one parry, and then Maul was stabbed through the stomach. Right. That was it. And Ahsoka fights Darth Vader in Rebels, but lives. And I don't know about Rex. I can't remember what happens to him.
Yeah.
But he's in there.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Well, either way, I think it's going to be satisfying to
I
bring
want to
it to a
see,
close.
because everyone knows, I think, Rex doesn't follow through with Order 66, even though
Right.
he still has the chip implanted in his brain. So I want to see
Right.
that happen. Like, I
Yeah.
want to actually see it.
Oh, dude, that would be so amazing when he's
Yeah.
just like overruled.
But anyway, I think we've geeked out about Star Wars enough right now for now.
Yeah, I would say that too. Um, let's get into. Let's see how long have we been going. Okay, let's see. You want to get into some of these questions or response?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, we put out on the Aftermath a question sticker on Instagram, and we got a few responses. I just said, what should we talk about on the next episode? And we got a few responses, so it was really short notice, so we'll just go through the few we got. The first one is from Isaiah Ball. He wants us to talk about the theory of aliens and humans living on Mars at one point. Facts that point to aliens.
So, as far as humans living on Mars, is that humans living on Mars in the past or in the future?
I
Do you
would
think that at
say
one time humans were on Mars and they died off? Or is it us eventually going and colonizing Mars?
um, it said at one point, so I would assume past because
Past.
at
Okay.
some point I would interpret future, and at one point I would interpret past. So
Gotcha.
I mean, hasn't there been like really loose signs of water potentially having been on Mars at one point?
There's definitely concrete evidence that there was at least some water on Mars in the past.
Okay. All right.
Presumably it was warmer.
Okay.
And it all froze pretty much. Cause there's evidence of like water marks, erosion in rocks, and then also the entire ground, like the underneath the first layer of ground. What we have is dirt, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have, I think it's iron oxide or rust, pretty much, and that's what
Okay.
makes it red. And underneath that is a layer of permafrost. So it's just frozen water entirely.
Wow. Okay.
And so what scientists think happened was there was oceans and stuff, then they froze, and then once they froze and became solid, more dirt or iron oxide in this case covered it over.
And Noah just happens to know all about this.
See, this is why people think I'm really smart. I'm not really. I just know a lot of random stuff about random topics.
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
like I don't know a
It's
ton
like
about any one specific topic.
it's
It's
like
like
game show smarts.
exactly. I
Yeah.
think I'd do well on Jeopardy or something.
Like yeah, if I have to go on Jeopardy or something that's not matching public opinion polls, like Family Feud or the other ones, I would
Yeah.
bring you, Noah.
Oh yeah, I'm terrible at Family Feud though.
People are stupid. I'm trying to open this True chocolate milk, and it's proving difficult.
Oh, the boxes, I hate those.
Yeah. Oh, I got it. Victory.
No!
All right, let's move on to the next question now that I have my chocolate milk ready to go.
Mm. Mm.
We have a right side hitter said, "What's the
Sarah
first
Harrington.
thing?" Yeah, Sarah Harrington. Not sure where the right side hitter came from, but that's interesting. Sarah, maybe leave a comment explaining why your Instagram name is right side hitter.
She plays volleyball, right? So maybe it's something to do with that. Maybe she
Maybe.
plays on the right side.
Perhaps. Well, anyway,
Oh.
her question is, what's the first thing that y'all are going to do after quarantine? Noah.
Very good question. So as of the day that we're recording this, which is April 23rd, the governor at 3 p.m. is going to say, for sure, whether or not the quarantine is extended past April 29th. So this is a pretty pertinent question, because if he says it's not extended, we'll actually have stuff to do in about a week. So what do you think you're going to do, Sam?
I think that I am going to take my horse to the Old Town Road and ride till I can't no more.
Spoken like a true poet, man.
Thank you. That's an original thought, y'all.
So, I've never heard anyone say that before, man. I mean, that's just so wild.
I know. No, seriously. I'm probably just gonna hang out with friends because I'm a social creature, being a human and all. And, and
yes, I too am a person.
I'm not saying people who aren't social aren't humans. I'm just saying that there is at least some tendency in all humans to want to be around other humans. Yeah. Some more so than others, obviously, and I'm in the more so camp. So, I'm gonna meet some friends. Probably hang out with you, in person.
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably go golfing again because the weather's getting nicer. And yeah, I don't know. What about you, Noah?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna hang out with friends. I've already had multiple people write me and ask if the AFA people are gonna do a movie as soon as this is over. I don't know about a movie, but certainly, party at my place. Come on over.
Okay. Sweet. All right. Every listener, you're invited. We're just not telling you where or when.
Exactly. Still invited. So if you find out where and when, I'll be greatly impressed, and at that point you can stay because
you'll have to be inducted into the Squirrel Cult, though.
Yeah. Yes, of course.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, sort of two cults: the Squirrel Cult and the Meatball Cult.
Yes, the Meatball Cult.
The Meatball one's more of a religion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, let's in case the governor just drops a bomb and says that no, we're going to be quarantined even longer. Let's give our listeners some advice, and so we are going to list in the official Aftermath opinion the top 10 pastimes during quarantine.
Number 10, I would say number 10 is school, simply because you have to do it. You don't want to, but you do have to, and it is something that takes up time.
Right. It's better than
simply for the reason that everyone has to do it, even though they don't enjoy it. It should be on the list anyway. So
yeah, we'll throw in school and work, kind of in the same category.
School/work.
Because as my parents always tell me, school is your job right now. You should treat it like it's your job.
A job that you pay to be able to do.
Well, not you and I, but
right.
All right.
#CCP.
Right. Number 9, I'm going to say, just because it is a good time killer, is or maybe it should be ranked higher, but no, I'm going to put it at number 9 is Instagram or social media. Because I mean, it's not a great.
Depends on who you are, really, because some people spend a lot of time on it, some people don't. Neither of us post much. We don't really make Instagram content.
Right.
So
I've been posting on my story a little bit more just because of the quarantine and I'm bored. But yeah, not outrageous with that. Yeah. Number 8, Noah.
Gosh, number 8. I'm going to say number 8 will be I don't know, because there are a lot of things, but I feel like all of those sort of like high. Let's say number 8, exercise. I would say number 8, working out, exercise, because it doesn't take up a lot of time in a day, but it's still enjoyable.
Like super committed.
Right, like
worked out for 6 hours,
like 2 hours at a time. Virginia.
Crazy, man. No, my workouts don't last more than an hour, and that's with me like answering text and stuff in between exercises. And so if I solely focused on working out, it'd probably only be 45 to 30 minutes. So yeah. All right, working out, that's a good one. You know,
Yep.
self-improvement, but also
Yep.
everyone hates you for it at the same time. So all right. Nah. Yeah, working out's
All
fine.
right, number 6.
Number 7, right? We're just gonna skip 7?
Are we on 7?
Yeah, we're on 7. We're skipping
You
7.
right.
Moving on
No,
to
yeah,
number
you
6.
right. You right.
All right, number 7, I'm going to say would be probably knitting. Yeah.
Knitting?
Yeah, it takes up a
Okay.
lot of time, and you can make stuff, man.
You can make stuff. Not really into that personally,
Right.
but for people who are, yeah, it's definitely
Good.
definitely a good way.
All
So you
right.
can make stuff for when we finally get out in like November, and you'll have to have some gloves,
You can knit
you
a
know?
full-on onesie, and you just
A hand knitted onesie.
I want one.
I'd wear a hand knitted onesie, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. All right, let's go on to
See.
number 6, right? Yeah.
Number 6. Number 6, I'm going to say is reading books.
Reading books. Okay.
Reading a book.
Yeah. Good pastime, and there's plenty of genres. Anyone should be able to get into it. I mean, I understand there are those few who just can't read. Like, not that they physically.
Not they're illiterate, but that they
Right.
just don't
Yeah.
want to.
Yeah, they just can't bring themselves to. But for most people, yeah, you can find something that interests you, and it's a good. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. All right.
I
Number
got
5, middle
number
of the
5.
road.
I'm gonna say learning or improving on a musical instrument.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yes, I think that's a good way to pass your time. You get to develop a skill. You can have fun with it. It's entertaining. It's time. It checks all the boxes. You know.
Yeah. I've always wanted to learn guitar, and I think I might. I just need to find a place to get one that's not
Right.
closed.
My mom. Did you say guitar?
Yeah.
I think I kind of want to start learning guitar. My mom has one, so it's just a matter of picking it up.
Yeah.
But what would be really cool is if I could learn the lute, because
The
then
lute?
I could be like that rooster from Robin Hood.
That's a cool rooster, man.
Yeah. By the way,
Yeah.
I don't know how he whistles. He has a beak. Makes no sense.
How does he whistle, man? How does he do it?
All right. Music. Okay, number 4, Noah.
Number 4 for me has to be probably video games. Video
Yeah.
games are a good number 4 for me.
Right. They
There's classic. There's a billion out there that you can
they're time
get.
killers, man. They are
They're
the
great
time
time killers.
Yeah.
I recently started playing multiple. No Man's Sky, Just Cause 4. I just got both of those. So both
I'm,
great time killers.
I'm still playing Overwatch and getting mad when I lose, but it's an endless cycle. But hey, it kills time. So
Yeah.
all right.
For sure.
Number 3, I'm gonna have to go with reading the Bible.
Reading the Bible. Doesn't that fall into the category of reading books, though?
Yeah. Okay. I'll switch to number 3, increasing spiritual clout on the Bible app.
Yes. And
Yes.
speaking of, I did want to mention this. The Aftermath podcast, after last episode, does now have a Bible app
Right.
account.
It's the Aftermath exclamation point.
The Aftermath exclamation point. So go give us a follow.
Or friend us on the Bible app. Yeah.
Friend us on the
Increase
Bible.
ours and your spiritual clout.
Course.
Yeah.
Course.
Go do it. Don't wait.
Yep.
All right. Number 2, Noah.
Number 2 is easy for me. Calling friends, having video chats with friends.
Right.
The other day, I think we used Netflix Party, and we spent 4.5 hours video chatting and watching The Office, and it was an
That's
amazing time.
That's
It was so fun. We went from 7 to 11, and it was awesome.
That is great. Yeah, that honestly is a great use of your time. Social interaction's important, and
And the fact that we live in a time where we can just do it, no matter where we are,
right, right, yeah, yeah, for sure.
All right,
It would be awful if we couldn't like video chat with friends and stuff. That'd be the worst.
honestly, though, yeah.
All right, ready for number one?
Number one, the
number
best
one
possible way to spend your time during quarantine is
listening to podcasts.
absolutely.
There is
hands down, the greatest way to spend your time in quarantine, listening to podcasts. Or whenever you're bored.
You get to enlighten your mind, enrich your soul, and kill time.
Exactly. You can do it. You can listen while you're doing school. You can listen while you're driving.
You can listen while you're eating a McDouble while hanging it out in your treehouse.
Yep. With your fellow squirrels.
Your squirrel cult. Hey, y'all. The Squirrel Cult of Penn State listens to the Aftermath podcast. You should too.
They have to. They monitor all media.
Yeah, so we're not that special in that sense. Oh, God.
Oh my gosh. I'm so glad we discovered that, dude.
Yeah, that's amazing. Oh, man. All right. Well, we've been going for almost 30 minutes now.
Wow.
It's going to be our longest episode, which is good. It's good. Yeah. But we don't want to go too long because that's kind of
Thank you guys who responded to the story, by the way, for the suggestions. Yeah.
Didn't get to yours.
We'll sorry. Yeah, so you go ahead.
If we didn't get to your suggestions, we're sorry, but it was kind of a first come first serve thing, and the first got served.
Pretty much. We'll probably for the next episode we'll probably do the same thing though a little bit ahead of time. So
more
lookout.
Yeah.
And yeah.
All right.
That'll do it. So signing off for now. Peace.